Hey guys, Bob Ferngren here. Have you ever watched The Secret, the movie The Secret? It's got all those, success trainers and authors and people telling about their own experience and, how you can manifest things into your life. It's a wonderful, wonderful book, great movie. I'd watch it if I was you because it was a door opener for me in so many ways. Certainly you know some of the concepts, but when you pull it all together. So it was about 18 years ago, plus or minus, that I actually watched the video. And suddenly things became clear. Sure, you hear things like, I'm the one in control of my life. My thoughts become things and stuff like that. But to hear story after story after story of what understanding how your mind works, understanding how you have the power to get, have, and be anything, and that this is just an innate power. They talk about the universe, but I talk about the creator of the universe. I mean, some people say, well, the universe is conspiring on your behalf. I'd rather talk about the dude who actually created the universe, God. So I guess that's your pick, but I'll pick the creator over the creation. In any case, a lot of great stuff in there, right? So I watched the video, right? And so instead of just gaining knowledge, I started gaining knowledge on what I could brainwash myself on. What could I brainwash myself on? And certainly, I didn't have super hang-ups, which everybody has hang-ups from childhood, like, you don't deserve this, our family's always been blue collar, what do you need to go to college for? I mean, all that stuff. A lot of you have gotten it a lot worse than I did. I just had a mother who kept saying to me, you think you can have everything you want? And actually, I took it to be, yeah, I think I can have everything I want. And that's kind of how I live my life. But the vast majority of my life, I lived it as out working, out hustling, out performing, some to do with some good politics. And I'm not talking about Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking about inner office skills, things like that. But basically, I put better results up. And certainly, nothing was perfect, but I eventually made my way to the top of several large national restaurant chains from the ground up. No college education, because remember what my mother used to say to me, you can have anything you think you can have, anything you want. She was kind of trying to put me down, but it left an indelible mark in me. And so I never refined that. I just thought it was hard work and out hustle. And really, it really took me changing industries and learning new skills, certainly sales skills, although, I would never have gotten to where I got unless I had sales skills. But now I had to take them to a higher level because I wanted to earn millions of dollars a year. I wanted to be just and the secret was what changed all that. And so what really changed it first was there's so much repetition in that movie and in that book, you just finally get it if your mind is open, that you can have, do, be anything you want. And this isn't, the Secret didn't start this. I think it's a book by William Wallace called The Secrets of the Rich or something like these things have been Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These books and these thoughts have been around forever. And truthfully, the truly wealthy, because they're the most obvious group, have captured these thoughts and know how to get, have, and be anything they want. But they act on it. I mean, that's a big difference. A lot of people understand this stuff. I haven't always been perfect on acting on it, even after I knew all this stuff. I still have my issues. Got very serious about it. Really started studying the mind and learned about things like your reticular activating system. Look that one up. I'll do a video on it completely. And just bought out, or sold out rather, completely sold out to the idea that I can have, do, be anything I want. And so I started looking for ways to make that work for me. So I started with a morning routine. And it really talks about it in any success book, especially any success book that's about your mind. It's about being grateful. So I create this, this incredible gratitude list, and I talk about it, and I think about it, and I get in the feeling of it, and that's going to be the key to this word, the feeling, right? I get into the feeling of it, like what, thank you, Lord, for food and water and shelter and clothing. Thank you, Lord, for the earth, for atmosphere, for gravity, for America, for the Constitution. These are general things, and then I get specific about my health, and also naming every system in my body most mornings. And I'm just thankful. And then the physical things that we have, and thankful. And you start feeling better because now you know what you have and you're grateful for it. And no matter who's listening to this, no matter what your situation is, there are people significantly worse than you. And my strong suggestion to you is to start with being grateful for what you already have. Then, of course, it's about your goals and your purpose. So having very specific, written out goals that you review regularly. And I started reviewing them daily and speaking them out loud, because the Bible talks about that words have the power of life, right? So why not use words, right? What comes out of the heart comes out of the mouth. And so the power of speaking life over your goals and your dreams, knowing specifically why you're doing something, not generally, but know specifically why you are wanting to achieve something or build a relationship or have this, get this, whatever, right? So see how there's a number of other things you have to do, but you just can't watch The Secret and go, okay, I want to have a Mercedes-Benz. Although Mercedes-Benz was always on my list, and now I've owned 5 or 6 in a row. So my point is this: most people are closed to this. Are you aware that everyone who kind of does what I do, from the biggest names, Tony Robbins, to any kind of a success speaker, motivational speaker, whatever, the numbers don't change much, guys. The numbers don't change much. 80% of people don't even know what they want. That really never changes. 16% have goals. 4% have them written down, and only 1% have them written down and review them regularly. That never really changes. So the game you're playing is, how do I move out of that 80%? How do I start moving up the ladder and achieve that 1%? And 1% is whatever that is to you. 1% and being the best dad, be the 1%er, be the 1%er being the best husband, the 1%er being the best softball player or team player, or teammate rather, 1% being the best at your office job, whatever that is. I mean, it could be a bunch of things. But once you have clearly identified that the power is in you to create whatever you want, and you believe that because it's about faith. Once you start believing that and you have that faith, how you feel changes dramatically. How you feel is so important, because most people don't feel good. And when you don't feel good, what are you going to manifest? More not feeling good. And so when you begin to feel good about gratitude, feel good about knowing that you have direction in your life through goals, feel good about having a purpose, and feel good about taking action. Because I can promise you, if you start on this journey, and if you just follow me, these are only 8 minutes, follow me, you're going to learn a whole lot more about this. But you got to take the action, because here's the deal, right? God is going to put the people and the things in front of you that will take you on the journey to help you achieve what you want. The other people say the universe. Don't know how creation outplays the creator, but whatever. That's the truth, guys. You can have, do, be anything you want, but you have to get on this journey of belief. You have to get on this journey of action. You have to get on this journey of investing in yourself. God bless.